So now I would like to invite on stage Mr. Sudhir Kukreja, co-founder and CEO, Credence International Schools and Kidzonia International Preschools, for his keynote presentation that you surely would not want to miss out. So please kindly be seated. Sudhir sir, please be on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can I say a quick hello to everyone standing there? Good afternoon to everyone standing. I'm sure the ones who are sitting are gracious enough to give me a time to be here, but those who are standing, a little bit busy, maybe I'll come back. Anyways, so the 10 minutes that have been allotted to me, I'll try and make use of it to continue from where I left in my panel discourse. There are a few things which I wanted to touch upon during the panel discussion itself, which was probably my part of the story, probably my part of the experiences. I had a different role as a moderator. I have a different role as a speaker. But when I speak, my objective is probably to touch upon a few elements which are kind of critical in the functioning of a school, in the way we transact education in our premises, and in the way we would probably want to reflect on our experiences on a day-to-day basis. So something that I briefly touched upon, which was pertaining to do with the element of the experiences of a teacher, is something that I have found of a very paramount significance when it comes to a school's functioning. And to me, that is one element which is not really received its due respect, I would say, or maybe if that's not the right word, its due importance, if that is putting it right. It is undoubtedly accepted by all of us as stakeholders in a school that we are supposed to be investing a lot in our human development. We are supposed to be investing a lot of time, energy, effort in our teachers' development. But I think more than their capabilities to manage technology, more than their capabilities to transact the academic curriculum, what has become very important is to manage their human side, which is what is a little more of importance to me when it comes to the experiential learning. Something that I asked, one of my panelists here, that how do you manage the experiences of a teacher inside a school? All those who are right here, how many of you think managing your teachers, their personal dynamics, their personal challenges, whether it's to do with their professional commitments or their personal family commitments or their, challenges with the children, are the most critical elements that you're dealing with? Yeah? Can I have a quick show of hands? Yes? And to me, that has been one aspect of dealing with my teachers across the school. So I made sure, recently what I've done is, I made sure that every Saturday, I divide that day in two parts. One, where I get rid of all my HODs, I get rid of all my coordinators, I get rid of all my principals. Nobody is supposed to be around. It's just me and the teachers. And believe me, this is an exercise that I've done in the last 1.5 months. So 6 times in the last 1.5 months. And it has kind of opened a Pandora's box. Yeah? Because they, probably in all these years, I never thought of it to be that critical. But I thought maybe this platform would give some food for thought to a lot of people who are probably in the same position that I am in. So this gave them an opportunity to come to a stage where they could open their heart out. And believe me, the first 2 weeks were just a normal praising the principal, praising the coordinator, and doing wow about the school. But trust me, it's the 3rd week which made the magic. Before the 3rd meeting, I got a couple of messages. Sir, we want 10 minutes in person. We don't want a public discussion. We wanted 10 minutes in person. And believe me, there were almost 20 such requests out of 170 teachers that I was dealing with. So when those 20 requests came in, I thought maybe these 20 are the courageous ones who've at least had the guts to write a mail or a text to me directly that, okay, we need 10 minutes. But those 10 minutes that they asked for were a real eye-opener for me. Because these were the teachers who literally felt for the school. These were the teachers who could really bring out what was going wrong in the school. These were the teachers who told me what is it that I am doing wrong. These were the teachers who told me what is it that the principal is doing wrong. These were the teachers who told me what is it that the students are doing wrong, and these are the people who told me what the parents are expecting wrong. And trust me, at the end of the third week, I had a list of 190 things which we said, okay, this is going wrong. Believe me, I was sitting like this. 190 things which are reported by my soldiers on the street, on the field, inside the classroom. They have a bloody list of things which they know is wrong, but I, sitting at the top of the organization, was clueless about it. So what was happening is, the element of experiences. I run a chain of preschools which we proudly call as School of Experiences. Why we call it School of Experiences? Because I've always valued experiences more than the academics. And that's where I realized that, how critical and important it was to get in touch with my teachers directly, give them a forum, give them that here. And then I said, okay, after 3 weeks, we will do an alternate week group discussion, but alternate week, we will do a one-on-one discussion. If I have 10 minutes or if I have 10 hours, I will divide those 10 hours of my day into 15 minutes of slots of this thing. Now that one exercise, believe me, in the last 3 weeks, has led to a complete transformation of 3 of my schools that I was looking at. We've had more than 20 new initiatives that we never thought of. We've dropped 20 new initiatives which we started sitting in a ivory tower that these are probably great things to do, but our teachers told us that it might be great for you and the principal and the coordinator, but for the child it's not making a difference. And they had statistics for it. They had data for it. They had anecdotes for it. So my dear friends, to me, experiential learning lies there, in the hands of a teacher, in the hands of a discussion. So I have attended umpteen number of conferences, and that's where I was probably talking to somebody, I think Dharini was having a word with me, where we wanted to create a platform, we wanted to create a forum where, you must have seen a lot of principals and panelists coming to different conferences and speaking. That's a lot of exposure for us. That's something which has changed our perspective over the last couple of years. But how many such forums our teachers get? How many times are we allowing them to discuss? And that is where I think there is a need for an inter-school discussion around it, maybe to start with an intra-school discussion around it. And I thought I would probably take this opportunity to touch upon this aspect of experiential learning. Because learning is not just through experiential tools. We are not talking about the maths kit and the science kit and the computer lab and the AR, VR experience. We're talking about human experiences. So the teacher that we are talking about, they are troubled by the statements which are passed by the students. They are troubled by the statements which are passed by the parents. I came across an experience or an anecdote in front of a principal whereby it was a visit to a school that I made. I don't want to name the school, but this happened. A reception of a prestigious school, one of the top brands in this country. A parent comes with a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, tells the child in front of the staff that was there, this teacher is only there to serve you. Don't be threatened by what she says. If she does anything wrong, let me know. Believe me, I was taken aback. I spoke to the principal. I said, I need to talk to you for next half an hour, 45 minutes, whenever you want to sit. But culturally, there is something wrong. If you can allow this in the name of customer service, if you can allow this in the name of admissions, this is not happening. And that, to me, was something which kind of opened up, even more avenues, that this is something which I would probably want to address as a school leader personally. I'm not sure how many schools, how many leaders, how many principals are addressing this issue, but I thought I'll take this, platform to address this one part. If some of you can go back and spend some time with your teachers dealing with this aspect of it, believe me, they're waiting for that forum, they're waiting for that 1 hour of discussion, they're waiting for that 10-minute slot each one-on-one, and maybe a group discussion. So because after that one-on-one discussion that we did, even the group discussions became more productive, because they realized that we are willing to invest in their feedback. They realized that we are willing to appreciate their feedback. The fact that I stopped 10 initiatives which I was pushing for the last 6 months, gave them a confidence that what they are saying is valuable. What they're saying is somewhere being accepted. And that acceptance made them empowered. And to me, that was the biggest experience that I could probably create to my schools in the last 2 months. Thank you so much. I think I'll end with the time here. All the best.
Thank you, Sudhir sir. Now I would like to request Mr. Kanhaiya Kumar, CEO, schoolcanvas.com.